Hi, I just want to explain about the benefits from my perspective about the PMP certification. One day I got into a bookstall and I was searching for some books, and because I was interested to write a book on project management, I was searching for books on project management in that bookstall. I got some interesting books, and after the name of the authors I saw this fancy three letters PMP. Everybody had this PMP title after their name, and I got curious. I went home and googled, and I found out this PMP is a globally accepted, well-known project management certification. And I wanted to take it. I went for a training. I paid around $200. I went for a 5-day classroom training in India, and most of the things the trainer taught me I already knew by that time. Then my interest in the PMP certification grew, because I always thought that why not take an endorsement for the things which I already knew. In fact, I was very envious, because to the other fellow participants of the course, because most of the concepts there put together, it took me almost 15 years to learn from my work experience, whereas as PMBOK, everything was given in a platter for us to consume. All we needed was the passion to consume it and to demonstrate it at the workplace. But again, when it came to the practice tests, most of the answers I got it wrong. I started arguing with the instructor, because when I started answering the things as per what I thought as right, most of the answers were wrong. And then I realized, by hating PMBOK and then preparing for an exam based on PMBOK will make my life miserable. So I thought, at least temporarily, I like PMBOK, and then learn to answer the things as per the PMBOK. That's exactly what I did, because passing PMP is all about answering things as per PMBOK. And if you're an experienced project manager, sometimes that calls for some amount of unlearning and then relearning. That makes sometimes life frustrating. But since the amount I invested, the $200 plus the $500 I'm going to invest, that was considerable, I thought there was no going back for me, so I went forward. I was never confident to take the exam at any point in time, but then at some point in time I took the decision, like come whatever may, let me go and face it. So I went for the exam. The biggest challenge for me during the exam is not about the preparation. It was all about sitting in a congested room, highly cooled, air-conditioned room for 4 hours. That is 240 minutes and 200 questions coming your way. And while answering the questions, sometimes you get a patch of questions which you are not very sure about, and you may think that at least I thought that I'm going to fail. Then I never wanted to prepare once again for this, so I psyched myself as, okay, I had a never say die attitude, and thanks to my fighting spirit, which I acquired from the shuttle badminton courts, where the players opposite, once he was serving at 13 and my score was 2, and suddenly the crowd cheered me and I won the match. So I'm a born fighter, so I always wanted to approach things with that fighting spirit, and maybe with a slight superiority complex than an inferiority complex. So I psyched myself like, after all, this is a test. I cannot fail. So I latched onto it, then I cleared. Because most of these objective type tests, they have built in some sort of an intelligence system into it, that if you are answering a lot of difficult questions correctly, the questions will become more and more difficult for you, and you make a mistake, it will become automatically easier. That exactly worked for me here as well. I used to get a patch of questions very tough, and I thought I'm going to fail. Then maybe I would have made a mistake. Then automatically things started becoming easier and easier for me, and I completed the exam. And towards the end, I got a slip saying that you've cleared. Oh, that was great news. Because if I had failed in the exam, I had peer pressure at home itself, because I could not, after that I lose my ability to question my kids when they score very less marks, because if the dad himself fails in a test, then how can he question the kids at home when they perform poorly? So that was another pressure on me, and towards the end I passed, and it was okay, everything was fine. The best part was, whatever I said before the exam and after the exam and the workplace was the same stuff, but then after the PMP title, people started listening to me better. Plus, my confidence level on what I spoke was much higher, because I was talking with the backup of a standard. It was not somebody's whims and fancies. I was talking based on a standard, so others also accepted it very easily. So that was the biggest advantage. Then I became a trainer, and till today I've trained around 7,000 people, even highly experienced professionals. Some of them even more experienced than me came for my training, because they could not land in their dream job without this PMP title. I still remember some very senior project managers whose knowledge levels were phenomenally high, but still they could not get that dream job, because PMP title was the screening criteria. So I always say PMP is more like a hygiene factor. Just because you are a PMP, you don't become a great project manager, but PMP will help you to get into your dream job, because that is, for most of the good jobs, that is the screening criteria. You have to be a PMP, otherwise you cannot apply, kind of thing. And once you get into that job, if you want to be successful, you should be passionate enough to bring those learning from the PMP and the PMBOK best practices to the workplace, and that will help you to be successful in your dream job. So PMP is the entry criteria, and ability to practice these things at the workplace, that will be the critical success factor for you to be a successful global project manager. I have more to say about this, which I'll record at another occasion as a different video and then upload it. I'm eager to hear your feedback about this video, and whatever queries you have, please post it as a comment at the end of the video. I'll answer them. I wish you good luck. Thank you.